Welcome back, YouTube. We are into Labyrinth of the Ancients. Here we go. You've tanked harder? I have. You're right, I have. Didn't do anything. I just watched Rocket as they made out with a mind flayer. Great. Just tell everyone you're new and they will help you. True. Leroy Jenkins. Okay, I am the tank of the entire alliance. It is I, MSQ Playdrew. Your search info out to you as not new. That's true. Well, I mean, technically, listen. Technically, it's my character's first time in here, so my nose did not grow. Sure. Leroy Jenkins. Ba-ba-bam, ba-ba-ba-bam. Thank you. If you're still watching Clutch, this is like the craziest the game gets is the 24-man raids. At least like in your free trial. Unless you do Savage, and you can't do that stuff on free trial, can you? I think you can do Savages, right? You do ult. I know you can't do PvP. I think PvP is locked. Yeah, the tank's name is Straw. I'm a straw boy. Dang. I'm gonna raise my camera for it's so nice. It looks so good. How can you not? Well, we definitely found creatures. Can't wait to tell Grahatia. What we got? We also have all the stuff that we got yesterday from Coils Bahamut. Whatever we can use to get gear with that. We got coffers, but we also got, what are they? The Aether Stone, Elegant Aether Stones. Pretty much you just exchange these for gear. Oh my god, I have so many coffers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 coffers. Dun, 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 dun. All right, well, A started it. Hell yeah. Momo, thank you for the lyric. And we're Alliance C, so we're not going to have anything to do here. That's not true. I mean, at least for the main boss, we won't. I definitely am appreciating the aesthetic and everything in here a lot more with all of the context that I've gathered. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, tank stance will help here. Alliance B is up. Thanatos is almost down. Nice. Dun. What's my eye level? Can you guys hear the game okay? Or does it sound like I'm just humming to myself like a lunatic? You're like, it's not any different from normal. You can hear the game just fine? Okay. Are you guys still playing? Are you guys going to jump back into another save, or did you call it? We called it after crying our eyes out and laughing so hard we gained abs. Oh, I love that. The napalm, the napalm, the napalm, the napalm, the napalm is perfectly fine. It is so amazing. Oh my god. But no, I'm glad I'm all situated for us to play next time. Just jump in, make our characters and have fun. Possibly die on the beach. He's standing! He's fucking standing! Where's the rock? Right! He's standing again! I'm gonna fucking die. I almost fucking died. Big puppy. You pet this puppy, do you? Hi, Coda. They just casually stroll up with an army of people? Hell yeah. So, I noticed on the thing, Sierra, that it said maximum of 8, but the readme.txt file said 16. How do we get it to 6? Not, I mean, like, we obviously don't have 16 people, but I feel like we could get more than 8. This is so cool. Oh shit. Excuse me? Sir, who are you? Shit. Where do I go? What's this one? So 8 player characters or 1 character and 15 other companions. That's fucking cool. Totally ruin a solo campaign with your characters, the companions, and the hirelings to fill out the rest. Hell yeah. Music reminds me of Kingdom Hearts. You get why now. You know, if you like Kingdom Hearts, I feel like you would like Final Fantasy XIV. Just saying. Just saying. I think we get clutch to play, guys. Let the heart be your guiding key. Exactly. Ba 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 da ba ba. Legathon. He is the antithesis of Megatron and Decepticon. He is Phlegathon. Yes, but when will Dilo play Kingdom Hearts? Can you play on the Switch? Or it'll be on Steam, right? Isn't it on Steam? Thank you, Didi, and thank you, Nintendo, for joining. To be honest, that and Utada. Sadly, no, currently it's Epic's. Oh, Epic? Okay, I'll get it on Epic then. It's on my list. Trust me, it's on my list. Isn't there like 8 games in the entire series? Probably like 6 or 8. Quiet. Too quiet. To the C14 ASMR channel. Oh there, MSQ. Very impressive, I must say. Your name shall be writ large in the volumes that are sure to be penned on this historic expedition. The scale of this structure defies comprehension. Someone plainly thought bigger was better. According to the findings of my Baldesian colleagues, the Crystal Tower was constructed to collect and store the endless energies of the sun. A characteristically ambitious undertaking. What of the tower's inner defenses? Judging by your haggard expression, clearing out the labyrinth was no small feat. A giant of a man wielding a shimmering scimitar, you say? Yes, that will have been Phlegethon, not Acheron. Phlegethon. He was a hero of the Allegan Revolution. And you glean that from what exactly? His choice of weapon? Well, I am a historian, and I have a certain, shall we say, affinity for the lore of the Allegan Empire. What did he say? It is, of course, all knowledge gleaned from musty scrolls and tomes. The ancient texts claim that the Crystal Tower is defended by the champions of Eld, resurrected and augmented through the Allegan's extraordinary technology. Chief, you need to see this. Thank you, Didi. Whoa. How'd we get through the lava, though? Well, there it is. The foot of the tower. What surprises do you have in store for us, I wonder? I can't tell you how glad I am to have you with us on this little jaunt, old friend. Had you not beaten a path through that maze, I very much doubt we'd be standing here now. Well, we have much to discuss and digest. Let us retire to St. Coinox. Find for the President there plan our next step. Lest there be any doubt, our expedition has some way to go yet. We're at the top. All right, we're going to reset our camera here. Thank you guys again. Who do I talk to? We got to go outside, don't we? Okay. Oh, now I get why the statues are broken. When I came here for... what did I come here for? Is there a variant dungeon here? Why did I come here? I came here for something. Outside of the Crystal Towers. Deep dungeon? Deep dungeon. They added another deep dungeon? Oh, that one. They did add another deep dungeon. Damn, I think I did it with you and Walu too, actually. So good of you to join us, MSQ. Our meeting would be dull indeed without a full account of your experiences in the labyrinth. Take a moment to collect yourself, and when you are ready, we shall debate how best to proceed. The Fellowship of Noah being accounted for, it is time this assembly was called to order. Rambros will be presiding over the meeting, if you would be so kind as to inform him of your readiness to proceed. Welcome back, MSQ. I've just been reading about your encounter in the Labyrinth of the Ancients. It pleases me greatly to note that you seem none the worse for the experience. For your reference, I've added my own notes to Graha's preliminary expedition report, and begun compiling a Crystal Tower survey log. The information contained therein will be available to you at all times. Should you have any questions, you need only ask. Now, if there are no objections, I shall begin with a summary of the expedition's key accomplishments. In the course of this, our first foray into the grounds of the Crystal Tower, we succeeded in neutralizing the structure's outer defenses before proceeding to secure the maze surrounding the base of the spire. According to MSQ's account, the labyrinth's defenses were most Is that a typo? Emphatically, oh my god. It's emphatic, not empathic. Oh, let's redo. According to MSQ's accounts, the labyrinth's defenses were most emphatically active. Disturbingly, his report also mentions a violent encounter with a sentry heavily augmented by Allegan technology. In short, our misgivings were well founded. The Crystal Tower was not simply thrust above ground by the chaotic shifting of Earth. It has somehow been reawoken. If, as seems increasingly likely, the tower's secrets should prove too dangerous to share with the world, we will have no choice but to contain them. Short of leveling the place, this will almost certainly involve returning its mechanisms to a state of dormancy. To do that, however, we will first need to address the question of how they work, the answer to which must surely be awaiting for us inside the tower itself. In conclusion, that is where we must go. A task rather easier said than done, if the perils of the labyrinth are any indication. Then I move that all further exploration of the tower be delayed until such time as an exhaustive analysis of the structure's defenses has been completed. Master Garland, may I entrust this task to you? It would be my pleasure. Don't forget about us. It's like you said, Chief. We founded the Ironworks to make sure that technology was used for the right reasons. And that means making sure it's not used for the wrong ones. We wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't see this through to the end. Lads, well, I hope you're ready for some back-breaking chores. Well, everything seems to be in hand here, so I shall take my leave of you for the present. If I am to witness this valiant tale unfold with mine own eyes, I must needs hone my martial skills ere we ascend the spire. You'll do nothing of the sort, Graha. Your knowledge may prove useful to Master Garland's investigation. Oh, he is a sassy little catboy, isn't he? As an observer, I am not, strictly speaking, subject to your authority. Is that an emote that we can use in game? Pray do not mistake my intent, MSQ. I am well aware that I shall never be a match for one with your innate talents, however hard I train. Be that as it may, pray do not allow your skills to rust from disuse before the coming pause. That pout is iconic. We will need you fighting fit for our subsequent forays, or to prove as productive as this one. Mark me, we have not yet caught more than the briefest glimpse of that which time has obscured. Soon, however, we shall cast off the veil and gaze upon the glory of the Allegan Empire. And with that encouraging thought in mind, it is time to bring this assembly to a close. Let us all focus on the tasks at hand, that our next expedition may begin all the sooner. Meeting adjourned. That was a hell of a pout. That was a pout with a capital P. That was all capitals pout. You're very pleased with yourself, aren't you? Such a terrible mess. Yet it does leave the door wide open, so to speak. One cannot help but be impressed. I'm beginning to understand the reliance you place on adventures, old friend. So, this is the legacy of the Allegan Empire left behind. If my readings are correct, the energy source waiting atop the tower is a match for even the Ultima weapon. Nay, more than a match. A new toy for me to play with. I believe the fates had conspired. Wowee! I believe the fates had conspired to deny me just my rewards once again, but it would seem they had a greater destiny in mind for me. And so long as my ambition burns, I shall strive to seize it. The dream lives on, Sid. Do not disappoint me. Oh god, we're really close. Real close. You're making it hard for me. Ah, 'tis you, my friend. You are doubtless eager to hear of our progress on the Crystal Tower. Excellent. I'd be disappointed to hear otherwise. Of course, disappointed is the word of the day, I fear. I'm ashamed to say that there is nothing worthwhile to report. The suns continue to probe the labyrinth of the ancients, and every day brings new discoveries. The same cannot be said of the Crystal Tower proper. We've not been able to set so much as a single foot inside. You will recall how the 8 sentinels stood between us and the labyrinth initially. In like manner, the entryway into the principal spire, Circus Tower, the Allegans called it, is also protected by technology far more advanced than our own. Sid and I have tried every trick we know, but without success. Frankly speaking, we are at a loss. It is discouraging, but we cannot give up. There must be a way in. And so the situation stands, my friend. Until we gain entry into the tower, I fear your talents shan't avail us. It will require time that I loathe to waste, but I have a mind to set my people to scouring such ancient texts as we have on hand. Perhaps we can be of assistance. And you are? Be at ease, friends, for we shall the safe... So, just for anybody who plays Baldur's Gate 3, this reminds me of 2 sacrificial lambs to be used in a fight against a certain creature. If you know what I mean. I am Yune, and my companion is called Doga. We are scholars of the Allegan What? We are scholars of the Allegan civilization. Like your Allegan? Like your Allegan? Sent by the students of Baldesion to assist in your endeavor. Une and Doga. Rather unusual names for this day and age, if I might be forgiven for observing, but I digress. You claim to be here at the students' behest, but we have received nary a word of your coming. I am sure you'll not take it amiss if we seem somewhat doubtful. We can only assume that the message failed to reach you due to some mishap. I assure you that we are here to help. Yeah, no. Turn around. Turn him around. Turn him around. What is it, Graha? It's nothing. There was a pain, but it has subsided. Well, this is rather unexpected. Your right eye is the same as ours. The same? You have the Allegan eye as well? Whoa, maybe they are. This sanguine hue is said to be a trait unique to the Alligans, yet I inherited it from my father, as he did from his. Only one child in a single generation is born with the eye. All my life, I have sought to learn the truth of its manifestation. If there is aught you know, I implore you to tell me. My deepest apologies, but we have no answers for you. Only one thing is certain. Those who possess the trait are bound by fate to Allag. As your eye has placed you upon the path you walk, so too have we come here to fulfill our destiny. Absurd though it may sound, it is the truth. It seems to me we have a lot to lose by accepting their aid. What say you? If that is your wish, then so be it. Yet know that I still mean to verify your story with the students of Baldesion when I am able. I trust there will be no objections. Very well. As of this moment, I name Yune and Doga advisory members of NOAA. Without further ado, let us have them examine the circus tower entrance. I promise you'll not have cause to regret your decision. MSQ, I should be much obliged if you were to accompany our new friends to the tower. Biggs and Wedge are presently surveying the 8 sentinels. The 2 of them can show you the way. On arrival, pray report to Master Garland. He will brief you on the situation. I shall join you, MSQ. With Une and Doga's knowledge along with your uncanny knack for setting events in motion, I am hopeful that we will finally see progress. Yeah, I don't trust these 2. We should sacrifice them to the gates of the circus tower or whatever. I don't trust them. All of a sudden you show up. Also, there's no word, and also it's just too many. Nah, I don't trust them. Hail to the Nana. Can I fly here? Oh no. Bye, Dark Mithril. I love you. Gonna hop off at 14. Hope MSQ goes well. Thank you. Thank you for joining. That was fun. Well, if it isn't MSQ, eager to enter Circus Tower and kill everything in sight, no doubt. As I'm sure you've already heard, though, the place is locked up tight as a clam. New friends from the students, you say? Excellent. It's been slow going, or rather no going, for the chief. He'll appreciate the help. If you'll just follow me, I'll take you to him. Yeah, of course, anytime. Especially with the 24-mans, we'll bring a party of 8. IDG AF. That's a big door, and you are a little man. Ah, man, why are they even here, bro? Contact the students of Baldesion and confirm their identity. Like, it's not hard. Y'all just so anxious to get in that you're just gonna be like, anybody could help. Ah, some old faces to lift the spirit, and a couple of new ones besides. Allow me to introduce Une and Doga. They are scholars of ancient Allag, sent here by our friends of Baldesion to aid in the investigation. We understand you're having trouble circumventing the tower's defenses. It's our hope that we can be of some small assistance. If your attire is ought to go by, your assistance should prove invaluable indeed. Oh, that's Allagan gear. Oh, yeah. To begin with, let me tell you where we stand. Beyond rises Circus Tower, the principal spire of the structure collectively known as the Crystal Tower. The only way to get inside is through the proverbial front door, the imposing gate you see here. Problem is, we can't get it to open. It's sealed away by some mechanism whose workings are an utter mystery to us. Having had no success via more orthodox methods, I went at it with everything from a pickaxe to a Magitech cannon. Nothing so much as put a scratch on it. For a blessing, the gate doesn't try to reduce us to ashes like the 8 sentinels, but that doesn't make it any less effective a security measure. It's fiendishly frustrating in its simplicity. The alliterations go hard in this game. The only clue we have is the elaborate device carved upon it, a man and a woman, respectant. Elegant royalty, by my judgment. Precisely who these individuals were we cannot say, nor do we know whether the device actually serves a purpose. Like as not, it is purely decorative. Welcome back if you had an ad. If you're thinking to force it, save your strength. It's no use. Just ask the callus on my hands. Rest assured, we do not mean to waste our strength. Indeed. Why should we exert ourselves when the gate will open of its own accord? Who the fuck are you two? You literally just came out of nowhere. Yo, why does Graham make the best faces? Okay, I'm starting to really understand why everybody likes Graham. I get it. I'm starting to get it. I don't think any of us expected that to happen. Seven hells. What is this? What did you do? What are you? Piercing the heavens and gathering the light, a symbol of mankind's glory and might. Its virtue guarded by gates impregnable, only to those of royal blood answerable. Exactly as passed down through legend, I am delighted to see. Oh, it's you. Thanks, deity. We don't draw our weapon here? Beg pardons for interrupting your bewilderment. I couldn't help but notice the remarkable playthings you have acquired. Nero, you're still alive. Garland, if I didn't know better, I would say you weren't happy to see me. But I jest. In light of our recent meetings, you have every right to be wary. But rest assured, I am no longer a threat to you. My legion is, for all intents and purposes, defunct, and my association with it means a tight noose awaits me back in Garlemald. And so I've been roaming this land Eorzea, a regular itinerant. In the course of my wanderings, I chanced to catch wind of your latest venture. It sounded positively fascinating, and so I decided to come here and join you. After the wrongs you've committed, you think us that gullible? If you are suspicious of my intent, 'tis only my just deserts. But I am determined to make amends. As a gesture of goodwill, I will share with you what I know, starting with these two odd characters. As you are doubtless already aware, the Crystal Tower was the symbol of ancient Aleg's might and prosperity. Entry was permitted only to royalty and a select few individuals. According to the records I have unearthed, only royal blood can open the gate. In other words, the Emperor and his progeny were leaving keys. You mean to say that these two are descendants from Allegan royalty? Oh, I suggest nothing so glamorous. To put it plain, they are imitations of royalty, living keys born of Allegan ingenuity. Clones, I believe, is the name your creators gave your kind. Is that not so? It would seem that the time for concealment is past. Pray accept our apologies. It was not our intent to deceive. We simply wish to avoid causing undue alarm by prematurely making what many would consider deranged claims. If it please you, let us return to the 8 Sentinels. There is much and more to tell. Very well. I still don't trust him. Still very much don't trust them. 7 hells. Do you seriously mean to follow us around? Come, Garland. You know me better than to think that I spoke in jest. What more will it take for us to be reconciled? A gift, perhaps? An elegant tombstone. It holds the information I just shared with you, and a deal more besides. It is used to be jealously guarded property of the 14th Legion, but it's yours now. I wish you joy of it. I look forward to working together, old friend. Elegant tombstone. We got cell phones? We got a cell phone now? Wait, does that mean... Oh no, I have to connect... think you have to have a security token to get the tombstone, or have the app, connect the app, something like that. If you are ready to listen, we shall tell you all. As it pertains closely to your investigation, your leader Rambros may wish to be present. Before we begin, pray allow me to apologize again. It was not our intent to deceive you. As you will have already gathered, we are not scholars sent by the students of Baldesion. Nay, we are clones, copies of people who once existed, given life through elegant technology. This is rather a lot to take in. If it would not be considered unseemly, might I ask why you and yours were created? More specifically, what is it that you now seek to do? Answering your questions requires that we revisit elegant history. Pray bear with us. The Elegant Empire reached its zenith long before our kind came into being. In that glorious age, the Crystal Tower stood tall as the symbol of elegant pride. Parents took their children there, that they might learn how the 9 limitless energy it produced brought prosperity to the whole empire. That prosperity, however, bred decadence, and the empire began to show signs of stagnation. This decline was made all the more rapid for want of strong leadership. In a matter of generations, the Allegan civilization became a pale shadow of its former self. Its once gleaming cities fell into disrepair, and its frontier lands were given over to the wilderness. Lamenting the pitiful state of affairs, one technologist made it his mission to restore Alec to greatness. Amon was his name, and he believed that the ailing empire wanted for but a potent ruler, and none was more potent than its founding father, whom he sought to resurrect. The founding father? I skipped that shit. None other. As part of his experiments, Amon created clones of the emperor's descendants. We are the products of that experiment, copies of Une and Doga. Historical texts mention the reigns of 2 Allegan emperors named Zande. It was commonly believed that the second was the namesake of the first. After all, such a custom is not uncommon among royalty and commoners alike. To think that the 2 were in fact one the same. Zande returned from the grave and assumed his throne once more. And true to Amon's prediction, the emperor restored its realm to the glory it once knew. Would that he could have been satisfied with that. In his previous life, the Emperor desired to bring the entire world under Allegan dominion, an ambition that ultimately went unfulfilled. Having been granted a second chance, he was determined to succeed. Realizing that he needed more power to wage his war of conquest, Zande turned his sights toward a forbidden source, darkness. In order to learn how to harness this power, he converted the Crystal Tower into a restricted research facility. Darkness. Again? Seven hells, what is it with megalomaniacal rulers turning to darkness in their lust for power? Well, at least this one won't be bothering us, being thousands of years dead and all. Would that you were right, Master Garland. Alas, Emperor Zonde is very much alive. Within Circus Tower he still abides, his ambition burning all the more ardently for his empire's collapse. Wielding the power of darkness requires prodigious amounts of energy that not even the Crystal Tower could produce. In order to augment the shortfall, Balamud was created and launched into the heavens. On high it hung, gathering the sun's energy and channeling it to the tower below. However, a miscalculation resulted in a surge of energy that escaped into the land. This triggered an earthquake of unprecedented violence, the calamity that ushered in the Fourth Umbral Era. The blinking of an eye, the mighty Allegan Empire was laid to waste. Yet even as the Crystal Tower was sinking into the earth, the technologist Amon, now Emperor Zonde's closest aide, invoked powerful magics and halted the flow of time. Every soul within the structure, the Emperor included, was placed in a deep slumber. In that state, they were to remain until the time was ripe to awaken. Eras came and went. After millennia lying dormant, Dalamud was summoned back to the Earth. Its descent triggered the Seventh Umbral Calamity, in the wake of which the Crystal Tower re-emerged. At that moment, Emperor Zonde awakened. In his lust for power, the Emperor consorted with darkness and was seduced by its corrupting influence. Even though his empire is now little more than a fading memory, he will stop at nothing to see his ambition realized. This for no other purpose but to put an end to Zonde's madness that we exist. This is the mantle we have inherited from our namesakes, the true Une and Doga. Fearing what might befall the world, the two of them sought to thwart their emperor. They gave unto us their will, that we might carry on their mission should they fall. When we came to our senses within the Crystal Tower, we deliberated a course of action. Concluding that we alone could not overcome Zonde, we struck out to find a worthy ally. It's taken years, but our search is finally over. There's no ordinary man who can cut a path through the labyrinth of the ancients. With you as our champion, MSQ, we are confident that we can end Zonde's dark ambition once and for all. Well, that'll teach me for speaking too soon. Setting my chagrin aside, I see now why you knew about the students of Baldesion, among a host of other things. You were observing our investigation the whole time. So, what will we do, MSQ? The world's in grave danger again, and it just so happens you're an expert at saving it. You have our eternal gratitude. Together, let us see the Allegan's Empire's dark past laid to rest. Time to be a hero. What? It has been our mission to recover the long-lost knowledge of the Allegan civilization. What worth is that knowledge if it means subjecting the realm to peril? Truth be told, it pains me to think that the tower secrets may become lost to us. The greater good must ever come first. Besides, no quantity of ancients' relics can compare to our friends Une and Doga, living, breathing Allegans. And so I hereby declare a change in Noah's objective. Henceforth, we shall direct all efforts towards sealing off Circus Tower. Its dark secrets must never know the light of day. MSQ, as you did for us within the labyrinth of the ancients, I would have you enter the structure and eliminate hostile elements. Suffice it to say, this includes Emperor Zonde himself. Meanwhile, the rest of us shall examine ways to isolate Circus Tower from the outside world. For work, then. Auf Wiedersehen, old Alag. Wait. There's something I must know. My right eye is like yours. Does this mean... You inherited the trait from your father, you said. Know that clones are unable to bear offspring. You have no cause for concern. The elegant eye, you called it, but to us it is the royal eye, owing to the fact that the trait manifests only in those possessed of royal blood. I cannot well explain why the eye runs in your line, but I am disinclined to think it is a coincidence. Though you are doubtless impatient to learn the truth, pray have patience. All will be revealed in due time. I like the way he kind of like grasps his eye. It's cool. Used to call it Syracuse Tower before I realized that was wrong. I've heard people and seen people type Syracuse Tower. Prince Graha? Possibly. Really like that emote that you just used. For a second, I thought it was Jinx. Let me do some more talking. My apologies if I've given you cause to worry. I am quite well, I assure you. As you can appreciate, there has been much for me to think on. But now is not the time for action, not idle thoughts. Now is the time for action, not idle thoughts. Circus Tower awaits us. Your task is to eliminate all hostile elements within the structure, Zonde himself included. This will afford us the chance to seal off the facility. May the crystal grant you strength. I really hope the clones don't turn out to be bad. Like, I have a feeling they still are bad. Like, you know, despite what they've stated. I still don't like how they just showed up out of nowhere. It's very sus. They're just sussy bakas. Y'all are sussy bakas. That's all. Where's the entry? Is this it? Too far away. Okay. For mod 4. Oh, okay. The only name I recognize there is Papi Solu. Okay, so we can't do the Circus Tower here. Okay.